Once, when I was 6 years old, I saw a magnificent picture in a book called True Stories from Nature. About the primeval forest, it was a picture about a boa constrictor in the act of slaughtering an animal. There is a copy of driving. In the book it says boa constriction slow their prey whole, without chewing it. After that they are not able to move, and they sleep through the 6 months that they need for digestion. I pondered deeply then over the adventure of the jungle, and after some work with the color pencil success in making my first drawing. My drawing number 1, it looks like this. I show my masterpiece to the grown-ups and ask them whether the driving frightened them. But they answered, frightened? Why should anyone be frightened by a hat? My drawing was not a picture of a hat. It was a picture of a boa constriction. My drawing was not a picture of a hat. It was a picture of a boa constriction, digestion, and elephant. But since the grown-ups were not able to understand it, I made another drawing. I drew the inside of the boa constrictor so that the grown-ups could see it clearly. They always need to have things explained. My drawing number 2 looked like this. The grown-up's response this time was to advise me to lay aside my drawing of a boa constriction, whether from the inside or the outside. Devote myself instead to geography, history, arithmetic, and the grammar. That is why, at the age of 6, I gave up that might have been a magnificent career of the painter. I had been disheartened by the failure of my drawing number 1 and my number 2. Grown-ups never understand anything but themselves, and it is tiresome for children to be always and forever explaining things to them. So then I chose another professional and learned to pilot airplane. I have flown a little over all part of the world. And it is true that geography has been very useful to me. At a glance, I can distinguish China from the Arizona. If one gets lost in the night, such knowledge is valuable. In the course of this life, I have a great many encounters with a great many people who have been concerned with the matter of consequence. I have lived with great deal among grown-ups, intimately close at hand, and that hasn't much improved my opinion of them. Whenever I met one of them who seems to me at all clear-sighted, I tired of the experiment of showing him my drawing number 1, which I have always kept. I would try to find out so if he was a person of true understanding, but whoever it was, he or she would always say that is a hat. Then I would never talk to that person about boa constriction or primeval forest, or a star. I would bring myself down to this level. I would talk to him about the bridge and golf and politics and neckties, and the grown-ups would be greatly pleased to have met such sensible man.